Hi, I'm Tori Warren. I am a wellness coach. I focus on mental and emotional health and relationships, and I help my clients find clarity and healing. Today, I wanted to share a tool with you that will help you begin to heal from your triggers on a case-by-case basis. This tool is what I like to call the belief buster. By using this tool, you're going to identify your core belief behind the trigger. When we become emotionally triggered, our brain takes the input, whatever it is, and interprets it based on our past experiences. And this is why identifying our core beliefs behind it is so important. And once we identify our core beliefs, we can begin to work on changing them. So this tool works best if you write it all down. I don't care if it's your journal, your phone, depends on where you are and what you have around you, but it definitely works best if you can get your thoughts onto paper or type them out. The first step is to identify the core belief. The second step is to separate from the emotional charge from it. And the third step is to change the core belief. And the first step of identifying the core belief, I like to use what I call the why method to get to the root of it, which is when you ask yourself a series of why questions until you reach the core belief. I'll give you an example. So let's say I'm really bothered because I got in trouble at work. A good place to always start the first why question is, why are you upset? I'm upset because I got in trouble at work. Why did I get in trouble at work? Because I did something wrong. Why did I do something wrong? Because I'm not good at my job. And I keep with the why questions until I eventually reach the fact that I realize that I don't feel good enough. And that's my core belief. I feel inadequate. So you just keep the series of why questions going, leading from the previous answer that you gave until you reach what that core belief is. The second step is to separate from the thoughts. You need to remind yourself that I am not my triggers. I am not my thoughts. That's something that you want to repeat to yourself a few times as you are going through this process. So you can think of your triggers and your thoughts around your triggers as a wound, just for example. So let's say you have a wound on your hand and someone pokes it. Now your wound is hurting, but you are not your wound. Your hand just hurts. So you want to think of separating from your thoughts and your triggers in the same way, and reminding yourself that I am not my triggers and I am not my thoughts. The third and final step is to debunk your core belief and replace it with something that is true and realistic. In my example that I used a few moments ago, a good replacement statement would be that I am not perfect, but I work hard and I'm deserving of the position that I'm in. So you'll use the third step to replace your negative belief with something that is true. So again, there are 3 steps. The first is to identify your core belief. The second step is to separate from the emotional charge by reminding yourself that you are not your triggers and you are not your thoughts. And the third step is to debunk your core belief by replacing it. I hope you find this tool so useful. Thank you.